Yo guys, welcome back to LeadFoot TV. So if you're anything like me, you've probably been stuck in lockdown dreaming about driving your car again. So today we are doing 5 track cars for under £1,000 ready for you to get back out on track once this lockdown's been lifted. Yo guys, welcome back. Thanks for all the support in my last video. The last video was 5 underrated cars to come out of Japan and it did really well, so thanks everybody for all the support. Today we're going to do 5 track cars for under £1,000. Basically, I've picked 5 cars that you can pick up for less than £1,000 that I think would make great track cars and get you on track at a really low budget. I've not put them in order of best to worst, I've just put them in order of least powerful to most powerful.
Now, is there anyone out there who wants to go fast? Anybody?
I want to go fast.
Number 5 on my list is the K11 Nissan Micra. As many of you probably know if you subscribe, I had a K11 Nissan Micra as my track car. It's probably not the first thing you think of using a K11 Nissan Micra for when you think of them, but they make absolutely great track cars. They're kind of like a modern day Mini, so really small, really light, not a massive amount of power, like 65 horsepower upwards depending on which engine you get. Ideally you want to go for the 1.3 or the 1.4. 1.4 preferably, but they are getting very hard to find now. Either one of the two, and you can pick them up for like £200 to £300, so they're dirt cheap. Yeah, just a good set of coilovers and some good wheels and tires and you're good to go. Honestly, you'll have an absolute blast. There's not a lot that can keep up with them in the corners when they're set up right. Mine was absolutely planted through the corners. You could give it absolute death. Wasn't the fastest thing in the world in a straight line obviously, but yeah, if you want just a really cheap car, doesn't cost a lot to maintain them at all. If you want to check out the buyer's guide that I did, I'll stick that at the top of the screen now. That'll talk you through which models to look out for and what problems they have. So yeah, number 5 on my list is the K11 Nissan Micra. So number 4 on my list is the Citroen Saxo VTS. As many of you probably know, I'm not the biggest French car fan, but credit where credit's due. These things are actually really great track cars. They're at a slightly higher end of the budget. You're probably looking at like £900 upwards. Great little cars, really light. They're just like a tin can basically. They only have 90 horsepower. You can get a VTS which has more power, but you won't get them within £1,000 budget. Yeah, so the VTR came with a 1.6 single cam engine. 90 horsepower, yeah, plenty of potential. You can strip them out, can buy good suspension for them relatively cheap. Yeah, when I've been on track in my K11 Micra at smaller tracks like Three Sisters and stuff, they've been like one of the main cars that I've really struggled to keep up with. Yeah, you can put in really good pace with them because they're so small and light. So that brings us to number 3. Number 3 is the Mark 1 Ford Focus ST170. They have a 2-litre engine with 168 horsepower. Yeah, you can pick them up absolutely dirt cheap, these things. I see them all the time on Facebook Marketplace and I wonder why they're just so, like nobody wants them for some reason, but they make an absolutely great track car. And they did have a few little problems like the dual mass flywheels and stuff, but if you're just wanting a cheap track car, you can chuck some good tires on and go out and have some fun. This is a great car. You can pick them up from like £500 to £600 upwards and they are always cheap, and usually they're good running ones, and you probably can pick one up that doesn't need any work for that kind of price. So yeah, really good option. Yeah, plenty of power, just a good car to get straight out and track with really. Yeah, so number 3 is the Mark 1 Ford Focus ST170. 2 on my list is the MG ZS 180, one of Rover's final endeavours before they went bankrupt. Bit of a shame really, because I think these are actually a great looking car. They came with a 2.5 V6 with 175 horsepower, despite it being called a 180. Great little cars actually, and they sound really, really good when you get a good exhaust on them. You can pick them up at the moment for like 800 quid plus, probably a little bit less if you go for the older model. Yeah, they make great little cars on track. I actually tried to chase one down in my Mazda RX-7 years and years ago, and it was actually quite difficult to catch it. I was actually really surprised. It was just a bog standard MG ZS 180 that had been stripped out cage, bucket seats and some uprated brakes, and it was actually really, really quick. I was shocked at how well it handled on track. So yeah, my number 2 pick is the MG ZS 180. So number 1 on my list is the BMW E46 330i. It came with a 3 litre straight 6 with 228 horsepower. Yeah, just stupid cheap. Like, you can pick them up for, I've seen them on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, go for as little as like 500 or 600 quid. An absolutely awesome option if you're wanting to quite seriously get into track racing and you want a cheap little entry level car with a fair bit of power. The BMW is the one to go for. It's the weapon of choice. When you go to the Nürburgring, everybody's in an E36 or an E46. Yeah, they're just a really, really great option because they're so cheap, parts are readily available for them. I would definitely, if you're thinking about getting one, jump on one now, because the prices are bound to go up eventually like the E36 ones did, because people are just drifting them to death and yeah, obviously using them as track cars and stuff, so they are getting written off and broken for spares quite quickly. It'll be the 330i and the 328s and stuff that go first, because they're the ones that people want. So yeah, definitely the time to buy an E46 if you want one now, and just a really great option as a track car. You've got plenty of power out the box, so you don't really need to do much with the engine, and then just good suspension and tyre setup and you're good to go. My number 1 choice is the E46 330i. So thanks for watching, guys. If there's anything on the list that you think I should have added or missed out, make sure you drop in the comments down below. It'd be awesome to see what your guys' ideas are. I forgot to give away a sticker in the last video, so I'm going to give away 2 in this one. So the winners are Scrubworks and Andy Street. If you want to win a sticker in the next video, all you have to do is comment on this video, come back and check the next one out, and I'll announce the winner in the next one. If you want a sticker in this video, make sure you just drop me a message with your address. My contact details are in the description down below. You can either email me or contact me on social media. Yeah, I did originally do this video as a 10 cars for under 2 grand, but it was just too much to fit in one video and I didn't want it to drag out too much. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about each car, rather than me just listing off a load of cars. So if you want me to do the rest of them are actually in the price bracket of £1,000 to £2,000. So I can do that one if you want. If you want me to do that, let me know in the description down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.